Well, we've officially hit the hunting section of this trip. About 6,000, maybe 7,000 feet, somewhere in there. Oh, pretty tired. My plan was to get to the other side of that mountain for dinner. We're gonna hunt our way in, see what we can find. Grab some water first though. This stream right here flows year round. Great water source. We got plenty of aspen, plenty of conifer up through there. This is where it starts. Opening day. So right now she's working birds. This is the area that we busted them out last season. She keeps sniffing down there. I think they're higher up. I think they're gonna be up in this little section through here. So we were on that trail right down there. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. Going up the side of the hill. Meets up over there and loops around. That's the weather, so we got to get moving. Got to get in before this does. Well, this is where we are now. Almost to the top. We started way down there. Can't even see the trail anymore. It's way down there in the trees. I'm starting to get sprinkles of rain. I got to beat feet around to that next side. The lake's just over here. That's the last view before we head to the lake. So far, the only thing we've seen is deer, no grouse. And this weather's starting to really move in. We got another quarter mile to half mile to go. And then we'll be setting up the tent and making dinner. And as soon as that's done, we'll be pushing for more grouse again. I found our water source for the night. So I'm gonna go up over the side of the hill. And now we're gonna find out where we're putting our camp. I'm gonna bet there's birds right through here. You have everything they need. We've got young aspen all over. We got conifers, we've got water, we've got sage. Just have to find a campsite now. Well, just about have our tent set up for the day. Took me longer than I wanted. I pitched it backwards. The wind is coming from upslope, and I had to turn it around to keep the doors from getting blown open. Greta's ready for dinner. We had a beautiful sunset, kind of. That's camp right down there. We're working this whole valley. We flushed one. I saw it run into a bush. I couldn't tell quite what it was. I thought it might have been a rabbit. So we worked it for a second and then let it go. As soon as I turned my back, I heard the flush. So we're gonna work this meadow right back down to the tent, and then we're done for the night. Okay, so that is our dinner. Just mix this around a little bit. Whew, it's hot. I'm going to put the lid back on my water. I don't have a lot of water, but I have enough right here to get me through the night, and enough in the pot to make some coffee in the morning, and maybe even boil up some eggs. bag up. Bag up for the night. Give you guys a quick tour of the mansion. So let me pull this thing up. So this is what I'm sleeping in. This is a Z-Pax pocket tarp with doors. I've got enough room for me and the dog. The dog will sleep on that back half. She'll kind of keep the draft out for me. I've got a coat I can pull up over her, a big puffy coat. That's what we're hunting with today, is the pointer Acreus. So I'm laying here, kind of waiting for the storm to pass. I don't know how this is gonna go over, but in the meantime, I've got one hell of a view outside of my tent. See if I can zoom in. Look at that. So I'm in here in the Z-Pax pocket tarp. I might be battening down the hatches for tonight. I might have to tighten some things up, stake some rocks out. It's getting pretty windy. This is the view we gotta wake up to this morning. I'm gonna grab the gun. I just watched a grouse land right up there. Just watched a whole covey come out of these trees onto that little hill about 100 yards in front of us. It's bird time. Well, sun's up. We've got one bird on hand. I've got another 6 birds right here in front of us. We just got to get down to them. Well, we're packing out this morning. Had a pretty good opener. We jumped over a dozen birds this morning. Kicked up a couple last night. I just couldn't get a shot. I pulled one bird out of the covey this morning. Now we're gonna hike in and look for a new covey. We're gonna take a couple different trails that I saw on the way in. See what we can find. I did find something. Well, I just found myself a lucky horseshoe. Hoping that means I get birds on the way out of here. One last look at where we're at. Well, I'm about off the trail. The truck is down there. Still quite a ways, but down there. You can see the trail cutting across down here. We're gonna hunt those aspens over there. Probably hunt up that draw where the shade is. That's kind of what I want to get into. Well, we made it back to the truck. We got 3 birds. I had the shot at the 4th one, but I was about 15 feet away and I didn't want to ruin it. And when it took off, it just, I don't know, I suck. I suck. Should have had it. Greta's done. The sporn got work in. That's my favorite sporn to wear with the kilt. We're gonna go get some water, get cleaned up, and start cleaning some grouse.